Okay, looks like you've got environment built. I think your camera angles aren't interesting. They're, you've got a wide, another wide, and another wide from the other side. It doesn't, there's not interesting compositions or anything. And the environment is looking pretty sparse and empty. I was going back to this design, and one thing I noticed is like, well, first of all, the furniture is just more interesting, but look how much closer everything is together. Like this is backed up. It's almost touching that wall. And then you've got a doorway in this here, a door here. And then this comes close, that's close, that's close. Let's compare that here. Everything's really spread out. That's good distance from the wall. This is way over here. Um, I think you got to just move everything in and just kind of narrow down your set. Let's open up your Maya file. Guess this is it. Is this it? Yeah. So I just think if everything kind of moved in, I like the bag model. And then I don't know, it's kind of moving in, and then that moving in closer, maybe this one, and you know, and then oops, what is that? Oh, he's not rigged. That's interesting. I wonder how that happened. Anyway, moving all that up against the wall, so it starts. You know, look at that. I mean, I would go further with it. I would really, whoops, move this stuff in a lot closer. We're starting to get somewhere where you have an environment that looks kind of fleshed out, and compare that to that just looks really just spread out and empty. It's the same objects. And also, I would say that something like this is a little closer to the feel of that, you know? Well, you don't see the coffee table here the same, but you get the idea. It's much more like that than what you had. So move everything in, really narrow down your set, and just crowd it in together. You could even, I would say, actually, yeah, I think these doorways are too wide. I think you could make those more narrow because that looks just like a really wide door to me. So that would also help shrink down the set. So yeah, that's the main thing I would say to do.